I definitely view myself as a franchise quarterback. I think as you look at, the other questions, and is it New Orleans? Is it somewhere else? As you go into free agency, this is the time that you start to find out how people view you. And, we haven't gotten into free agency long enough to really know how these guys view me, and we'll just handle it as it comes.
That's a little Taysom Hill from Super Bowl week with Rob Maaddi of the Associated Press. Hill made the rounds. The mere fact that he was available to talk to reporters tells you he's thinking about his next play, whether it is in New Orleans or somewhere else. And Peter, we discussed this yesterday. Your comments with your conversation with Sean Payton, and Payton's thoughts on what may happen with Taysom Hill if and when a restricted free agency tender is applied. Would a team give up a first-round pick, or at least be willing to give up a first-round pick to sign him to an offer sheet? Would the Saints match it? Look, embedded in all this is the great unknown. Will Taysom Hill be an effective quarterback if and when he's playing on a full-time basis? Well, he sure as hell sounds like a guy who believes that he can be a franchise quarterback, and Sean Payton's compared him to Steve Young in the past, and the Saints view him as a successor to Drew Brees. I'm betting on the over here, that Hill is going to be a great quarterback when he gets the chance. I understand it's a limited sample size, but what we've seen from him from time to time, Peter, when he's on the field and they're using him, he's a man among boys.
Yeah, I mean, this really complicates this free agency season, Mike, because there just simply isn't a lot of proverbial coach's tape on Taysom Hill. And, when I look at that play that we're showing on the screen right now, obviously it's fantastic. But I also once saw Tim Tebow throw a touchdown pass to beat the Dick LeBeau Steelers and Troy Polamalu in overtime in the playoffs. And again, I'm not comparing them. I think Taysom Hill is a significantly better quarterback, passer of the football, than Tim Tebow was. But having said that, there still isn't a lot to know about Taysom Hill, the quarterback. Taysom Hill, the gadget player, he's one of the best in NFL history, and clearly in the top 5 who've ever played the game as far as being a gadget player. But now you have to ask yourself, is somebody this offseason going to make such an offer for him that the Saints won't match and give him a chance to be their quarterback? And look, there's all sorts of weird, rumors and unfounded crapola out on the internet right now and out in the world right now. Oh, the Patriots are going to sign him. Oh, the Ravens are going to sign him, or whoever. But I think the key thing is, if I'm Taysom Hill, I'd rather go back to New Orleans for 1 year and take my chances in a quieter market in 2020, unless some team says you've got more than a 50-50 chance to win our starting quarterback job. I mean, the only exception for that, the only one, is if Bill Belichick signed me to a 3-year offer sheet and said, you're going to have every chance to win the job. Are you going to win it? I make no guarantees. If you're the best guy, you'll play. That would be tempting if I were Taysom Hill.
First of all, I just have to say this. I am not a fan of unfounded crapola. I want my crapola to be very well-founded and firmly rooted. That's how I take my crapola.
Good.
That didn't sound very good. Here's the thing about Taysom Hill. I agree with you. It's a crowded house this time around. If there's a way you can bump it to 2021, now you got to worry about the franchise tag if you stay one more year in New Orleans. But hey, there's worse things that could happen to a guy than being franchise tagged. I think that Sean Payton gives him the best chance to reach his ceiling, whatever it may be. And when Sean Payton compares the guy to Steve Young, and Sean Payton does not have a reputation for engaging in gratuitous, unfounded crapola hyperbole, I take notice. When he said that in August, Peter, that got my attention. That if they have a vision that this guy can be a Steve Young, are you kidding me? Yeah, I want to see what he can do. And with Sean Payton, he's going to do more than he can do with anyone else.
Here's the thing about playing for Sean Payton, okay? Especially if Drew Brees isn't there and let's say Teddy Bridgewater is, and they go with Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill. The thing is that Sean Payton is going to play Taysom Hill more and more in his offense in 2020, whether it's Bridgewater, whether it's Breeze, whoever, because Sean Payton needs to know the answer to these questions, Mike. Go back and look at his preseason game against the Chargers last year, when Taysom Hill played a lot of that game, and he was excellent. And after that game, you had some people with the Chargers saying, this guy is a real starter in the NFL.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.